Hi, so this is my friend Jessica,
Hi.
and I'm going to be talking about my website, about my country, and my country is Vietnam. And so I'm going to introduce her to my website, and we'll talk about the 8 Millennium Developing Goals. And so she's kind enough to participate with me in this, and so well, I guess we'll just start. And we talk about Vietnam, and then you can ask me questions if you like.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay, so this is Vietnam. This is my website that I created, and to get in this website, it's cultureof.weebly.com.
That's a great name.
Thanks. So, this is a map of Vietnam, and it is located in Southeast Asia. As you see it right here, it looks beautiful.
Wow, I never knew it was that long and big.
That's what she said. And this is the flag of Vietnam.
Oh.
This is a woman working in the field.
Is that a very typical job?
Mm-hmm. And I have the national anthem. This is a nice friend over here we have.
Yeah, he's Vietnamese.
And this is my reaction to the video when I received my slip saying what country I'm going to have. So I had to make a video of my reaction.
Oh, okay.
And to say if I knew anything about it. So let me.
John, you're gonna have to take John. Chewy, please, John.
Chewy, come here.
So here I have the little tabs talking about Vietnam. But first, before we begin, do you have any questions?
Not yet.
Okay. So here are the top events that happened in Vietnam in 2 years. And here I'll talk about some of the traditions they have and some of like political things.
Oh, okay.
Traditions? What's one of the traditions?
Oh, you mentioned traditions on your other event. What is like their? What are the traditions there? What do they have?
One of my favorite traditions in Vietnam is they celebrate Women's Day.
Oh,
It's on March 8th.
It's the same in Guatemala. It's March
Really?
8th.
That's cool. Yeah, I love it. They just have flowers and everybody's nice to women and bring candy, but mostly flowers.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's on March 8th.
Oh,
For
that's
to honor
great.
their women. And so it's my favorite holiday, I think, that Vietnam has, and Guatemala, and Russia.
Russia too, March 8th?
And
Wow.
Romania. And
How come the United States hasn't gotten on board with this?
I have no idea. What's the problem? We gotta fix this.
I guess we can celebrate them every day.
Yeah, seriously. So here we have, in class we had to watch a few videos, we had a lecture presentation, and so we had to create a connecting map right after, and so we had to post this on our website. And here I have some of the perspectives on my connecting map and some of the lectures we had or videos.
It was a big map.
Oh, there are a lot of them, yeah.
Wow.
I think the most shocking connecting map I had to make was female genital mutilation. That is kind of, you know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's like the a version of like a circumcision for male, except it's for female.
Except that is not. That is awful.
It's awful.
Don't they do it when they're like 12 or something?
They do it. It's a religious thing. It's a sign that they are turning to a woman.
But they take away their
Yeah.
women.
Parts, and I can't believe it's a religious practice.
What religions have you known?
It's main countries that do it is Africa
Oh.
and in other third world war countries, so it's kind of common, but Africa is the main one. That's where they have most of them.
And they do it here too?
Well, yeah, it's not as common, but they do it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's for more religion thing because it represents chastity, purity, so
Wow.
and it gives men like control over the woman's
Yeah.
sexuality.
It does, huh? Like,
I just can't believe people do that.
no. as a strong feminist, this makes me angry.
Yeah, that was the most shocking CMAP I had to make, connecting map. And so that's my CMAP tab.
Okay.
And here we have the developing goals. I just have bunch of charts, graphs. Here,
Oh, they have the 8 million.
yeah, and now we'll talk about each Millennium Goal because I've created tabs for them. So we'll talk about them. And if you have questions, feel
Okay.
free to ask.
Okay. So, these 8 Millennium Development Goals, which one of them do you think Vietnam has done a pretty good job at meeting?
Vietnam is really doing really well on poverty, reducing poverty, and improving education.
Oh,
And
that's
so I think that they're doing really well on most of it, pretty much all of the goals.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, but I think poverty is one of the main ones.
And they're doing good at?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good. That's one good
Mm-hmm.
one to meet.
Yeah.
And following that question, you said they're doing well on all of them, but is there one that they're really not doing as well?
Yeah. I would say the least one would be environmental sustainability.
Okay.
Because there have been situations where people be hacking your emails or just sending viruses everywhere, and so it's stealing money from people that way, and just I don't know, they can improve on reducing crime rate through cyber. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So
Good.
yeah, and so let me show you my poverty tab. So these were the first Millennium Goals, is to reduce poverty and improve education. But here are the pictures of what poverty looks like in Vietnam, and it looks really sad.
It does.
It looks very poor.
Very, very low quality of living.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine.
Me either. It doesn't look like there's clean water.
No,
No sanitation.
no. Let me show you the PowerPoint we made on all the 8 Millennium Goals.
Oh, okay.
And so here we had a PowerPoint, and we had to compare it to another country. So I was partners with this one girl, Tana, and she was studying Benin, and so we were comparing our countries.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, let me show you our first goal. And Millennium Goals, they were created by 189 United Nations, and it was to improve poverty and to improve lifestyle of many countries.
Mm-hmm.
And so this goal is supposed to be completed by 2015.
The
So
deadline is pretty close.
very close, and Vietnam's doing pretty well.
That's good.
It's going to meet most of its goals, if not all of them, by 2015.
I mean, I don't know if you know this, but what happens if they don't meet the goals?
I don't exactly know.
The United Nations is probably gonna come up with another
Hopefully,
deadline. Or
hopefully, yeah, because hopefully by 2015, most countries would have had improved on all of the goals.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll all improve, even if they haven't met them. I'm sure
Exactly.
they're all improving. Huh?
Yeah. So the first one was eradicate extreme hunger and poverty, and so as I said, Vietnam's really doing really well on that. They're improving. The goal number 2 is achieve universal primary education, and again, Vietnam's doing just great, and it's not really a problem there, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really proud of my country. They're doing so great. Number 3 was promote gender equality and empower women, which also they're doing well. And more women are educated now in Vietnam. As I said, like they're doing really well in education. So more women are getting educated, and kids from poor families, they have been taken out of those situations, been given supplies so the kids can go to school.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and women have more jobs, and they're
48% female workers.
so they're improving
Yeah, that's pretty
a
good.
lot. Number 4 is reduced child mortality. And again, they're doing really great, and death rate have dropped significantly. And the only problem with this is women that live in rural areas outside of the city don't have the same supplies for medication. And the death rate, prenatal care is a big problem for women living outside the city. And so they have to improve on that still. But again, they're doing really well. Goal number 5, improve maternal health.
Oh yeah, that will fix the other one.
Yeah, so we just talked about it, and so again, they're improving, but they could be still, And number 6, combat HIV, AIDS, malaria, and other diseases. And they're doing really well in that. The problem with HIV, AIDS, and all this is having unprotected sex. So a lot of people aren't aware of how to protect themselves. So, or lack of resources, and so they can improve on that. But otherwise, they're doing well. They have improved significantly. Again, most goals they have. Number 7, ensure environmental sustainability. And again, I talked about the cyber abuse, I guess, all the viruses, hackings, and
is that how they make their living, or what?
That's how people get other people's money. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so that's a main problem you see with this goal in Vietnam. But otherwise, they're doing well, and I don't know. And the resources, they're trying to do really well with distributing the resources and using them properly. And develop a global partnership with, for development, in which they're doing well with. And so if another country is in crisis, we will go to their kind of rescue. So I think it's I like this goal a lot.
It's
for
like
the countries.
Good, partnership, friendship.
Friendship, yeah.
You need help,
like
we
it.
help you. Yeah.
Exactly, I like it, yeah. Okay,
It's 12 right now.
Okay. So let me talk about problems in Vietnam. I already kind of covered these problems. And so, problem with education. Some of the kids who live outside of the city, again, it's mostly all the problems that happen in Vietnam are outside the city, where they don't have the same resources, where it's harder to commute and people from all the city not coming to visit them as often. And so I remember watching a video on Vietnam and education. It was talking about this one girl. The video is called Half the Sky. And so this one girl, she traveled 17 miles each day to go to school by herself.
Oh my gosh.
And that just shows like how motivated she was to travel and get an education. Also,
and just the struggle too, just to get
I can imagine.
Holy crap, 17 miles every day.
Yeah, and a lot of men in Vietnam don't really want a woman to get education because they think that the more educated you are, the less obedient you will be. So they want the woman to be kind of more submissive and not as educated.
Yeah.
Because men want power sometimes, you know. And poverty. It's the people outside the city again don't have the same resources, and
are there just better jobs in the city?
They are more
better paying jobs, I guess.
Yeah, and they have more resources. They have places to turn to, and
the hospitals, I'm guessing too.
The hospitals are way better because for mortality and the for birth and stuff, women just will give birth in their homes outside the city. They wouldn't be very sanitary. They don't have somebody to help them the same way.
Yeah, and if there's any complications.
Exactly. So the death rate is higher outside the city. Yeah. The